Yeah, just funny Nick here. Just do a quick overview of classic Conondale, vintage 3-day bike shows, spare parts, vintage parts, and trail riding, flat track or dirt track, trials, enduro, motocross. For me on this, I stuck to the motocross side of things, not the motocross side of things, sorry, the enduro side of things, which is all I want to do, and just go around and have a good look, which I do each year. It's just good to have a look at some of the old bikes, or a lot of the old bikes, all different from unbelievably as good as brand new originals, and probably better than brand new blinged bikes. To just bikes that you ride generally, like this one here, and good bikes, average bikes, the odd shitter, but everyone's having a good time. But I enjoyed the ride. The bike went extremely well. Front tyre I got on there is a road trail type knobby, so it's fairly closed tread pattern, and look, it was probably pretty ordinary early in the piece before the track dried out. Back tyre worked unreal. It's a Dunlop motocross tyre, GO Max, what's it called? I think GO Max. What have we got here? It's 120/90/18, and it is a GO Max 51, MX51. Just got to do a little bit of tidying up on my pipe, a little bit of paint's come off, and the MPE front suspension worked perfect. Different springs, a little bit heavier springs, which I thought probably wasn't the way I wanted to go, but Paul Berwick and MPE knows a lot better than I do, obviously. Worked perfect. Believe it or not, have a look at this. Just got the seat drawn out, but there's the airbox after the weekend. So the moisture content was down perfect, and it's not even dirty. So probably not even really worth cleaning. The bike itself performed well. Probably a little bit too much grunt for me these days. A little bit big, a little short ass, but put a bit of wrap on the exhaust. Probably doesn't look that great, but it just keeps the heat off your leg. I didn't end up fiddle farting around anymore with the side covers and ended up leaving them off. So I just rode it like that. I don't mind it because these things here are perfect grab rails. Obviously when you've got the seat on, but it's just easier to grab on with those, and so I quite like it like that. Plus you're just not knocking those plastic covers around. I think that rear guard and that front guard are service. Just have a look up on them here. Sure they are. Where are we? Made in Italy. UFO guards. And bloody hell, I reckon they look better than the originals, in my opinion, in here. And we have a anodised guard brace. I took my front rear blinkers off and left the front ones on because I didn't want to bust them. They were original rear blinkers. So. But anyhow, I've had this old girl for a fair few years now. It's probably got to be six years, and it's just run extremely well. I actually really think the big bore bikes are great because they bloody, you just don't have to idle them. They just don't wear out. A mate that rides his YZ490s mainly, he was on an IT 250, the same model as this, a K. Yesterday he's got a fleet of bikes, but he, after about 15 seasons of riding, and he rides hard, his bike pulled it down because he had a little gearbox issue, which he got fixed, and believe it or not, it's running TTS at 30 to 1. The ball and rings were still within spec. He put new piston, he put new rings in, he didn't put a new piston in it. Put new rings in it and got it honed. I think he got it honed back together, and it's still running like a freight train. Yeah, these things you can ride them that easy. You don't have to rev them at all. Well, I don't have to. And most C graders is what I was. I am, and definitely a average C grader now. You just do not have to rev them. So just short shift them. It's easier to ride. It's less aggressive. Yeah, this bike will see me out. Got a couple other bikes, but this will probably just be my go-to bike most of the time now. Because it's registered, I haven't got the plate on at the moment because the weekend. This is my go-to rig, and I just slowly build up a parts inventory for this bike, and just continue on. And I'll be happily trail riding until the day I can't trail ride, and guess what? Then she goes in the lounge room, cleaned up with and fired up every so often. Just sit in the lounge room or whatever, wherever I'll be living at that time. But I won't be selling it until my toes get turned up in here. And then after that, I don't think I'll be needing my ceramic out. Oh, just a quick one on the anxiety. I've got another week of my holidays. Anxiety's been running quite good. No dramas with it lately. Not after my little problems of a month and a half, 2 months ago. 2 months ago probably. They're running just perfect now, and I'll just continue to go as per usual. And got this week off, last week off holidays, and yeah, all's good. It's travelling perfect. It's my name out.